Hi guys, welcome back to TR's Tarot Talk 1111. Today is a big reading day, guys. I'm giving you 3 full piles tomorrow. So today is the last day of the wood snake year. This is about, for the last, well, it's a 9-year cycle. It's a 7-year karmic cycle. And it is a big year cycle for releasing, healing, any place you feel like you have outgrown, changed. And if you're feeling squeezed in any area of your life right now, squeezed, that's that skin that you have outgrown, that you are still kind of not fully releasing and pulling out of. And trust me, you will. Whether you want to or not, you will. And it will happen naturally and hopefully gently. It'll happen gently if you choose it. It'll happen not so gently if you don't. Because tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow is the day of the new year, the actual solar calendar new year and Chinese zodiac new year of the fire horse. Things are going to get very, very, very fiery. I mean, come on, it's the fire horse. Things are going to move quickly. If you've got poor health and it's because of choices that you're making, they're going to get louder. Your body's going to speak to you. You're not going to be able to avoid it. You're going to end up having to go to the doctor. Things are going to happen whether you want them to or not. So please use the energy to create the outcome that you want instead of avoiding it. Also, tomorrow is the annular solar eclipse. They call it the ring of fire because the moon blocks out the sun and leaves a ring of fire around it. And this is not about manifesting, guys. This is about it's releasing and clearing and choices. During the solar eclipse, especially an annular solar eclipse, this is not about asking for stuff. This is about getting in alignment with the stuff that you've already asked for and creating space for it. Also expect huge, huge world stage changes. Especially in the whole entire year of 2026. But tomorrow is going to be kind of like the kickoff. If it was a football game, kickoff starts tomorrow. Also, we have, I want to say 6 planets, I don't remember, going into a alignment. They call it the grand, I'm not thinking well today, guys, but anyhow, it's a big deal. Convergence, the grand convergence. 7, I want to say 7, it might be 6, planets are going to be lined up in a straight line in, I want to say 2 days. I can't remember, guys. I wasn't going to add that to this video, but it just popped in my channeling. So that's also a big thing happening. So I wanted to do a 3-pile pick-a-pile reading on what is changing for you. Like, what is changing for you? So really kind of use your intuition to pick the pile. I got pile number 1 is the rose quartz. Pile number 2 is the I always want to call it Pedialyte, but it's not called Pedialyte. No, frig. Anyhow, it's the half moon, guys. I know the name of it. It will pop into my head. I'm having one of those days because the energy is so strong. I don't know about you guys, but I've been hearing this whoosh, whoosh, whoosh noise in my ears and ringing, and like my energy feels really kind of scattered, to be honest. Scattered. So when I'm done with your reading, I'm going to go ground myself. I bought myself a grounding mat, so we'll be using that. And then pile number 3 is this beautiful Herkimer diamond. Big honkin' Herkimer diamond. One of my favorite possessions. So take a moment, choose your pile. And if you remember what this stone is, and I can't at the moment, drop it in the comments down below, okay? All right. Let's get into your reading and see what is shifting, what is changing. We've also got one card for what is, what still needs to be released today with the year of the snake, right? What are we still, if anything, struggling to release? If it's a positive card, I'm going to think you've already done it. If it's a negative card, I'm going to think, well, you still got something you need to work with. If you don't want it squeezing you really tight in the next days to come. All right, pile number 1, we're going to get into it. What is changing or shifting with these energies for pile number 1? We have the 3. Well, it's refresh. It is the 3 of Pentacles, I'm pretty sure. The Ace of Cups. All right, flow. With the 9 of Swords. Okay. So hold on just one second, guys. I got to look at this deck because it's a new deck for me. And the colors are different. So now this is Wands. This is Wands. 3 of Wands. Refresh. And you know something I channeled earlier? That this energy, because I was asking Spirit, how is this going to affect me? And I was hearing inner child, like all of the hard lessons, the wise wisdom that we have gained through the hard lessons are being integrated. And integration means that we understand them, that we are working with the energy, that we actually take that wisdom and move forward. But it's also freeing the inner child. It's healing the inner child. And look at this beautiful inner child with the crone energy. It's so beautiful. So there's a refreshing of vitality and spirit for you coming. With the 3 of Wands too, it's the 3, it's looking to the future. It's expecting things to be renewed, things to be refreshed. Then we got the Ace of Cups. Come on. I love the Ace of Cups. This could be self-love. This could also, honestly, okay. So I'm getting a message. Sometimes I have to just stop talking and listen. So pile number 1's, what is shifting for you? You're healing, or you have healed. I'm going to say some of you have healed. Others of you are healing the trauma of the inner child. You're releasing the fears. It's for some of you, it could be in romance too. It could be in, no, it doesn't have to be romance, but relationships, because with the Ace of Cups, this is like overcoming your inner child, feeling confident and loved, overcoming the fears of renewed emotional relationships. I feel like you've been through a lot. The old crone comes with a lot of wisdom, a lot of experiential wisdom. And Bindi, my dog's in there. She's got a bad paw and she keeps licking it. Bindi, stop. So, guys, my gifts are kind of I'm clairsentient is my strongest and clairaudient is my second strongest. But I do have clear knowing. I've got all of them. But what I'm feeling with this is that you've been disappointed, you've been hurt in relationships, whether it's family relationships, friendship relationships, or romantic relationships, long-term relationships, karmic relationships. And from a very young age. And you were operating through like a closed heart chakra, fear of allowing yourself to love again, fear of allowing yourself to start over, to try again, to trust people with your heart. And that's what's shifting for you, is you are leaving. I'm hearing a decade. You are leaving a decade of karmic lessons in relationships where you unknowingly betrayed your inner child, which allowed others to also take advantage of and betray your inner child. And because of these, and what do I mean by betrayal? I mean, not having boundaries, being codependent, chasing love instead of attracting. It's all of the life lessons that we learn with the crone about our self-love, self-worthiness, what we deserve, who we are. Where have we been betrayed? Where did we betray ourselves? How many of those relationships were because we said yes when we should have said no? And how many of them were actually forced upon us, things we couldn't change, things we were actually victimized by as a child. And this is integrating those lessons. It's seeing the fear was just holding you back from being able to openly love again, to be able to trust your own intuition, your own decisions, to trust you again, your true north, and to trust others. And the thing is when you don't believe in yourself, when you don't truly love and nurture and support yourself, you attract people who see you as an easy mark. You're an overgiver. You love to give. You love to nurture. You love to help others. And it's because in your desire to give love, you've actually been desiring to receive love. And you can only receive love to the depth of which you are able to love yourself. And so if you struggled with self-love, I think that's what's shifting for you. I think this is going to be a brand new beginning. Aces are brand new beginnings of being able to trust the old crone right? Whether you're male or female, it's just energy, but it's you know, been there, done that, seen it, experienced it, now understanding it. And that's integration. When you understand it, you make different choices. And it feels to me like what's shifting for you is you are no longer allowing yourself to sacrifice your own happiness, your own energy to other people simply because of the desire or need to be loved. You've given that to yourself. What a beautiful message that I am getting from this. It's like you've overcome, you're seeing it for the first time. You're seeing all of it where you have made choices and decisions and where you needed to be loved but didn't understand. And it's not like judgmental. I'm not saying, oh, well, you didn't love yourself, so you don't deserve love. I'm saying it starts at a very young age where we need to be seen, we need to be heard. I mean, I've been in daycare taking care of little ones for years and years and years, and I have seen how children will dance in front of you, prance in front of you. They want your constant, undivided attention. And parents sometimes are living their own really, really harsh reality where they don't have the time and energy to actually give to nurture that child the way the child needs to be nurtured. That's why in the olden days, or in the days of community, like Native Americans, tribal community, they would say it takes a village to raise a child, right? Because a child is so vibrant and full of energy and needy. Needy because they're like sponges. And so a lot of times when we are young, we're told, go play, settle down, be quiet. You're too much, you're too loud, you're too much, right? Slow down, find something to do, leave me alone for a while. Those kind of things. And then, you know, it progresses as you get a little older. Then it starts in school where, you know, your friends or people split off into cliques. You know, you got the bad kids, you got the in our school it was, you got the burnouts. That was, you know, in like middle school and high school. And then you've got the preppies, you got the sports jocks, you've got the nerds, right? I mean, it was cliquey. We all split off into cliques, and there was a lot of rejection instead of acceptance. And so I feel like pile number one, what is shifting and changing for you is you're seeing it for the first time. You're actually integrating all of those emotional traumas where you didn't get your needs met. And then you integrated, or then you incorporated a belief system or adopted a belief system that if you weren't getting what you need, it must be because there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. And so then you start kind of giving yourself away without value. You know, it's like chasing love in all the faces that you meet. And maybe this is the one. Maybe this person will love me. Maybe this person will show up for me, take care of me, validate me. And in that process, we abandon our inner child. We abandon ourselves because we sell ourselves cheaply without value. And then as we mature, we start seeing for the first time that we really, truly are worthy. We really, truly are good. We put a lot of good into the world, and we expect and should expect a lot in return. But we don't always do that when we're in the trauma state. I think what's shifting for you is you are overcoming these fears, and you're going to be embracing new beginnings, but new beginnings with the heart of a child, but the wisdom of the crone. So you will have healthy boundaries. You will see red flags. You will honor yourself. If somebody is draining your energy or taking from you without returning to you, you're going to feel it. You're going to see it for what it is, and you're going to show up for yourself. And you're going to hold that boundary, or you're going to walk away, or you're going to speak your truth, or you're going to defend that inner child. It's beautiful energy. I could channel just on these 3 cards for like an hour, but I'm not going to. I'm going to move on. I want to put these with the piles over here. I forgot. All right. No wonder you got you chose the rose quartz too. I mean, how perfect. This is about yeah, it's self-love, self-healing. What's changing for you is you're learning the art of equal reciprocity when it comes to relationships. And that is going to open doors, new opportunities on the horizon for new relationships, new love. And yeah, there'll still be a little bit of fear because, you know, that's human nature. But the thing is you're not hiding behind the fear anymore. You're actually looking at it and recognizing it. That's what's shifting. We have more adventures. Embrace the unknown with curiosity, the curiosity of a child. Letting each journey shape your path and wisdom. Perfect, guys. It's exactly what I channeled. We have great achievement. This is saying the universe is telling you, oh my God, you've done great work. You've looked at yourself. They're celebrating you, right? There's a place at the table now. There's a place at the table because you've graduated. You've been through the maze. You've made it. It's like I'm seeing like a maze, like you were lost and you were just seeking and seeking and seeking and felt cut off at every corner, and you would have to backtrack and then go to a different direction. And Spirit's saying, listen, you found your way. You have found your way to the other side. Now you can expect more. Well, you can expect a refresh for some of you. It could be a refresh. It could be something that you gave up on, a childhood dream or a version of yourself that you never thought could be actualized or realized. It really could be a refresh, or a relationship that you didn't feel worthy of, that you maybe walked away from, that you regret. Or that's just for some of you. For others of you, it's a new beginning. But it's because of the work that you've done. It's because of the achievement that you have made is because of the work you have done. And we do have spiritual partnership. This is you working with the divine. This is you working with the higher self. This is you working with the inner child and the crone. This is you working with spirit. It's a spiritual partnership. And let me tell you, when you what's the word I want to use to describe it? When you truly step into a partnership with your higher self, with your inner child, with your wise crone energy, when you integrate with spirit internally, you will manifest a spiritual partner externally, because it's always as within, so without. Think about that. If you step into alignment with your highest self, trusting that you can handle whatever comes and make better decisions, and trust your intuition, trust your spirit, trust the Holy Spirit, working hand in hand with the divine, you will become the vibration of that and then manifest it into your physical reality. All right, so I asked Spirit for this card here. These are like weird cards that... Sorry, I already got your message. So I was going to say, these cards, I never know what's going to show up. And the pictures always morph and change for me. And I channel differently each time I see them. But what do you need to release is the question I asked for this card only, because today's the last day of the Wood Snake year. And I will have this uploaded today. Today is Monday, the 16th of February. I will have this uploaded and ready for viewing today. And so what do you need to let go of in that? What are you still shedding? Or what have you? Because remember, I said at the beginning of the reading, it could be something you've already achieved and you've got great achievement here. Or this is something that you still need to do a little bit of releasing on. And we have the vomiting Cupid with the Ace of Cups, with the Three of Wands and the Nine of Swords. It's like what you've outgrown is toxic relationships, stagnant relationships, people who have, it's like you've just had enough. The vomiting Cupid, you're like, you know what? I am not chasing love. I'm not shooting my arrow at anything that's not moving. Right? It's like, oh, there's an easy target. They're not moving very fast. I think I'll shoot one of my arrows into it. And then later you find out the reason why they weren't moving is because nobody else wanted them. Right? It's the vomiting Cupid. It's beautiful energy, guys. I really love this for you. So for a lot of you, it's about relationships. It doesn't have to be romantic relationships. But with the Cupid arrow, which is funny because we just had Valentine's Day. This is like Cupid is done. It's like, I'm done, done, done. I'm done trying to force love into people who just don't have it in them to love back. And how beautiful is this? This is you saying enough is enough. I am upgrading my standards. And I'd be willing to bet you've been through a lot of trials and errors when it comes to manifesting relationships that truly support you and see your value. But that is what's shifting and changing for you. All right, your advice, magic. Oh, this is all about understanding energy. Energy is magic. It's where magic comes from. It's intention. It's observation. It's intuition. It's really, really magical when you understand frequency and vibration is how we call in everything. Everything. And so if you're in a low vibration, you're going to call in low vibrational experiences. If you're in a high vibration, you're going to call in high vibrational experiences. But it doesn't matter what you call in if you're subconsciously calling it in. You're not consciously aware. That means you don't have the wisdom to actually work with the energy. Then you kind of create by accident. And what is shifting for you is you are no longer creating by accident. You are creating with intention. Magic. That is manifestation. That is magician energy. It is beautiful. It's also comes with a caveat and a warning that if you're still working on releasing toxic relationships, releasing this need to chase love and all the easy places. Like, come on, I remember when I used to go to a bar to look for romance. It's like, oh, I'm going to get all dolled up and look beautiful tonight, and I'm going to go to a bar where all the sleazeballs hang out, and I'm going to find me one. And I usually did. And guess what? I regret every one of them. So this is about you, hopefully, because this is the warning it comes with, is if you're chasing shit, you're going to end up with shit. You shouldn't chase anything, actually. You should just love on yourself, create your highest and best life, focus on every single choice and decision you make being in alignment with what you are trying to create. And then trust me, in that spiritual partnership with your higher self, with your intuition, your inner knowing, you are going to manifest your divine counterpart if that's what you're looking for. Okay? If it's not, it's about being in alignment with healthy relationships, friendships, jobs, a relationship with you and God, your inner God, right? And your advice is the shawl dancer. And I will read from the book because this is a new deck for me. It is called the Sacred Medicine Oracle. It's not really new. I got it when I was living at the other place, but I haven't worked with it. So it's just been, actually it was packed away and I just discovered it. So we are now working with it. So we have the shawl dancer. It says wild. When we dance at a powwow in a circle, we move in a clockwise motion. We start where the sun rises in the eastern doorway as it represents the beginning of a brand new day. This shawl dancer appears to invite you into a new sacred dance for yourself. Where have you been playing it safe in your life? Where are you following the ways in which society has conditioned you? In what ways are you doing and not being? Sometimes in our lives, we lose connections to our deepest desires. See, a lot of you, this is a childhood dream. And it could be romantic. I'm not saying it's not. I mean, when you get Cupid, it makes you wonder. I'm seeing the heart here. We got the Ace of Cups. Take what resonates, leave what don't. A lot of you, this is going to be about you finally pursuing that childhood dream or a new dream, possibly with childlike enthusiasm. Okay, sometimes in our lives we lose connections to our deepest desires. We slide into a rut. Today this dancer comes dressed in bright, beautiful color to remind you that life is meant to be pleasurable, and it's time to dance it out and shake it up. This dancer is asking you to find your freedom. Let your wild, colorful, and radical inner child come out. As you dance, feel yourself releasing all the conditioning, oppression, and ways that you have bottled up your true nature. A fresh new way of being in the world is calling to you. Find your sacred dance, root into pleasure, and see your desires manifest magic effortlessly before your eyes. And I want to go back to that first channeling message that I brought through about when you're a child and you dance. Remember I said you dance in front of people. You're like, look at me, I learned this, I can do this. And it's like that childlike enthusiasm. Everything is magical to you, everything is wondrous, and you just want to share it with the grown-ups, share it with the siblings, share it with the friends, right? And it's not always received. It's oppressed. Sometimes it's like, hey, I don't want to watch you dance. Go find something to do. Or, yeah, that's nice. Okay, honey, I'll watch later. Let mommy finish what she's doing, or let daddy finish what she's doing. And this is you returning to that inner child where you say, you know what? I'm going to dance. And I'm going to put myself out there, and I am going to shine, and I'm going to be big, and I'm going to be loud. And those who are meant to be part of my tribe are going to dance with me. And those who are not can just go dance with their friends, right? And it's also about not being afraid to actually be seen, to be in your body, to be recognized, right? Don't worry about it. I bought these braids, these box braid things that clip into your hair because I always wanted dreadlocks, but I didn't want to commit. I'm an old hippie. And so I bought these things off of Amazon. I clipped them into my hair, and I think they look cute as hell, but they've been sitting in a drawer for months because I was afraid of what other people would think. Well, guess what? I pulled them out, I put them in my hair, and that's where they're staying until I feel like I don't want them there anymore. And it's about that. It's about expressing yourself authentically. It's about loving your inner child and dancing that wild dance. And don't worry about the ones that say you're too much or you're too big or you're too loud. Don't worry about them. Let them go find boring people to hang out with. So we have sacred ceremony. The drums of your ancestors begin to play, and you feel them deep in your heart space. They call to your inner desires, and you feel a burst of rainbow light in the core of your being. Begin to move in a way that your soul is calling you to. Rainbow light streams out of the pores of your skin, illuminating your new dance. You are alive with possibility, flowing with the vibe of wild. Healing affirmation. I unravel the old ways from my system and turn into the beauty of a new way. Beautiful. I love you guys. Pile number ones are always long because it takes me a little bit of energy and time to get into channel mode. But once I do, I finally get it. And then piles number 2 and 3, their messages come in much easier for me because I'm already in the zone. So I love you guys. I hope this resonates. I'm so proud of you. Don't ever be afraid to shine your light just as brightly, as loudly as you can. I mean, literally, as loudly as you can. And if you want the dreads, put the dreads in. You want the box braids, put the box braids in. If you want to wear flamboyant clothes, do it. If you want anything, whatever you want. Sky's the limit. All right, moving on to pile number 2. Pile number 2. I still cannot remember the name of this. And I know what it is because I got a great big chunk of it literally in my bed, about this big. I have a king-size bed. And now that I'm single, 80% of it is empty because I've also lost 32 pounds since September. And so I put my favorite crystals over on the other side, and I should know what this is, but I'm just having a brain fart kind of a moment. But it is a moon, and I do know that this this crystal is for ascension, or at least that's what it worked. That's how it worked with me, was on my ascension journey. So let's see. All right, pile number 2s. What is shifting and changing for you? We have the Hermit. We have Justice. And we have the Princess of Cups. And the Princess is the Page. Okay, I'm going to get all your cards out. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to get out... No, I'm not. Okay. I'm sorry. I want to, but the voice in my head is arguing, so I guess I'm not. I'll wait. Okay. So what is shifting and changing for you? Sorry, guys, I got to sit with the message because I'm getting 2 so far, and I feel like there's more coming. And it's a collective reading, so that's kind of par for the course. When you're doing a collective, it's going to be different for different people. For someone, this is about relationship. This is about somebody, and it couldn't be you. I mean, energy can always shift, but somebody, I'll say somebody, whether it's you or another person, has been sitting, quietly sitting with something that was an injustice, something heavy on their heart, karmically, like, I need to make this right. I need to forgive, or ask for forgiveness. I need to make this right. And it's been heavy on the heart of whoever this is, whether this is you, that feels like and it doesn't mean that you owe somebody an apology. It may mean that somebody owes you an apology, but you've been sitting with the energy of needing closure, needing resolution, needing justice, or wanting to give justice. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So there's an energy here, you or someone else, who has been sitting and thinking and learning, because the hermit learns. And the hermit goes to the cave or to the mountain to talk to God about its devils. And so this is a heavy heart. This is somebody who is feeling regret. Regret at something they did, something they said, something they didn't do, something they didn't say. And knowing that it created an imbalance, it created something unfair. And recognizing in the cave or on the mountain that it needs to be made right. It needs to be reconciled. It needs to be balanced out. So it's like a karmic return, which I'm not surprised about, because Saturn is going into the sign of Aries in the 0 degree. And this is about a new karmic cycle. It's a brand new, it's wrapping up the old karma, making things right, letting things go, speaking your piece, making those apologies. And if you're expecting an apology, then you might be receiving one. That could be what's shifting for you. Or if you're needing closure and you're dealing with somebody that did you dirty or treated you unfairly, sometimes we have to give ourselves closure, right? Because the Page of Cups can be self-love too. It doesn't have to be an apology. But the first message I'm getting is that you either are feeling guilty and ashamed of something that you did to someone else, and you're feeling the squeeze of needing to ask for forgiveness and make it right, or somebody else did that to you and they're the ones thinking that they need to reach out and make it right. That's message number one. Message number two is for some of you, it can be self-forgiveness. It can be, where have I mistreated my body? Like, for me, if I use myself for an example, just an example, I have struggled with weight issues my entire life. And it started at a very young age. And it was trauma-based. You know, fat can be a layer of protection, or perceived to be subconsciously. And I treated my body horribly. I didn't exercise. I didn't care what toxic foods went into it. I just consumed. And I had eaten my way up to 357 pounds. And my body was screaming for change. I had manifested all kinds of diseases in the body. And quite frankly, if I didn't change my life, I was not going to have one for very much longer. And so I went through this a long time ago, but this could be for somebody. If you have been avoiding taking better care of yourself, you know, if there are high stress things in your life that don't need to be there, but you keep them out of some sense of duty, or you know, it's just imbalance, guys. It's imbalance. Justice is something out of whack. It's out of balance. It's not right. And so message number 2 could be that you're learning, what's shifting for you is you are learning how to forgive yourself for all of the areas in your life where you avoided making good decisions in health or in any area, really any area of your life. But this could be self-absorbed. This could be an internal shift. It doesn't have to be somebody external to you or you to somebody external. This could be all about you. This could be about, you know, you sit at home all the time. You don't go out. You don't get exercise. You don't see other people. You, maybe you have an addiction, or you have depression, or you just are not in alignment, not in balance. And this is what's shifting. Could be you actually learning to love yourself, learning to give yourself forgiveness, learning to forgive yourself, to say, you know what, I did this to me, and I'm the only one that can undo this to me as well. And so that's the second message I'm getting here. Either you're learning because the Hermit learns a spiritual lesson about what is right and what is wrong, and then makes adjustments accordingly. That's what this feels like. So you can apply that anywhere in your life that you feel it belongs. But that's what I'm getting from this. Justice and making things right in some internal space or external space, or something could be shifting for you where somebody else owes you this an apology, and it may come in. You might actually receive it. But if you don't, I don't want you to sit around and wait for it. I want you to live your highest and best life, because that's your greatest revenge, right? Is letting other people see you succeed. All right, we have Cavern of Secrets. What are you in the cave for? Unveil the hidden wonders within the shadowy depths of enigmatic secrets and concealed wisdom. There's something that you're discovering in the cave, or this other person is. If it's another person, they've gone within into the cavern of secrets, and something has been revealed about making things right. Again, could be you towards someone else, could be someone else towards you, or it could be an internal process, you toward you. Oh, look, it's about self-love too. I told you that. Deserving. You are so deserving, right? And if this is about an external person, they went into the cavern of secrets as the Hermit, and they see your value. They see where they did you wrong. They see that you're deserving of so much more than they gave you. And they could come back around and express that with this Princess of Cups. And if that's not your story, then it's not your story. Then this is about you realizing that you are valuable, that you are deserving, that you deserve to be treated right. And you're going to start shifting the energy so that the people that don't treat you right, you put boundaries up with, or you walk away from, or you know, say, hey, I love you, but I can love you from over there. And you start weeding your garden, because maybe what's shifting for you is knowing your own value and making adjustments. It's like telling yourself, I'm not going to let people walk all over me anymore. I'm not going to allow things that I've allowed in the past, right? That I didn't deserve, that were unfair and unjust. And it's kind of like reconciling with yourself, saying, you know what? I may not get the apology I deserve from them, but I will get it. I will give it to myself if I'm the one that needs to apologize, right? Bindi. I am so sorry, guys. My dog has a hot spot on her foot. I made her a vet appointment. I'm not sure what caused it, but she keeps licking it. And it drives me nuts. And I'm sure it's driving her nuts too. So we're going to get it fixed somehow. All right. So again, I don't know how this is going to play out in your scenario, pile number 2, but it's what's shifting for you. Something is going to be righted. Balance is going to be brought in, and it's because you deserve it. And if this is something that you did to someone else and you know they didn't deserve it, you're going to apologize because you've come to some kind of an internal resolution around your own behavior. And if this has nothing to do with external people, then it's all about you. It's about knowing what you deserve. It's about claiming that. It's about treating yourself better. It's about balancing out your life. And we have adventure. 5-5, by the way. 5s are all about change and shift. And so I like adventure. I mean, we are moving into the year of the fire horse, and that's fast moving energy. So this could literally free you, because you know what happens when we're burdened, when our heart is heavy, when we know that we owe an apology to someone, or we know that an apology is owed to us, or we deserve to give ourselves a little bit of slack, a little bit of forgiveness. It weighs us down. That's why we go into the cave. It's why we spiritually readjust. It's why we uncover truths about the situation. And then it's like the journey. The adventure is the journey. It's the journey. It's all of it. All right. And then I asked Spirit, since today is the last day of the wood snake, and it's about shedding something that we have outgrown, to produce a new version of ourselves, renewed skin, renewed life, renewed vitality, whatever. Is there an area that you're still struggling with? Or so this card's going to represent something that you still are struggling with that needs to be addressed, or it's going to represent what you've already achieved and overcome. You will know more than I will. Maybe, because I got your advice cards too. So we have the used hybrid. All right, let me sit with this energy. So when you think about hybrids, hybrids are taking two modalities, or two, you know, like if it's a hybrid in a species, it's two different species in one entity. If it's like here, the car, it's the old engine with new, it's using both operating systems. It's using the conventional gas-powered engine with new cutting-edge technology like electric or solar or something other than the old. And so what you need to release, or what you have released, you really haven't. It's learning to actually bring what works with you into this new chapter. It's like you're not being asked to take the old version of you to the junkyard and trade in for the newest model. You're being upgraded and integrating both operating systems, both versions. There's something about the old version that is valuable and necessary. The used hybrid. And if this is spiritual, because with the Hermit, this could be about ascension, right? Because I said this crystal is about ascension. Then this could be all of the ways that you have dedicated yourself to humanity. If you resonate with being a light worker, this is like, yeah, the used hybrid, right? I'm a hybrid. I'm from another planet, but I am here having a human experience because I chose to be here to help rein in the new 5D Earth, the new energy, the new. And so you might feel like you were used or abused or overused. You might feel a little tired, but Spirit is telling you that a new operating system is coming in because of what you learned or experienced or brought in the old system. It just feels like there are old ways that are valuable, or old beliefs that still serve you, or you're getting an upgrade. You're just getting an upgrade. And so I'm not really feeling like this is something you need to leave behind. I think you've already shed your skin. I think this is about you maybe taking time out to rest and rebalance your energy so you have more to give. If this is resonating for you, if you are a light worker, if you have to give a lot of energy and support and nurturing to other people because it's actually your chosen mission, then this could be about what is shifting and changing for you is that you need a rest. You need to hermit, stay in, and rejuvenate your energy. Give yourself an overhaul. Love on yourself. You're deserving. Polish up your car. We're not junking the past. We're actually integrating it and using it for the future. And so what's shifting for you could be a break. You might get a break. You might get actually a nice reward. It's like the universe is saying, you've done so much for others. We're going to balance out the scales and give back to you. Because we see that you're tired. We see that you've done the work. We see that you're on mission and you're tired. But you've learned so much. You've learned so much. Cavern of Secrets. I think that if this message is resonating with you about feeling tired and needing rejuvenation, then Spirit is like telling you, well, we agree. You're deserving of a break. So take some time, balance out your energy, and know that a new wave of adventures are coming, and you need the energy. You need the energy for the fire horse. You need to replenish fill your own cup, right? And if this is about somebody else owing you an apology, I'm hearing whether they get the old version of you or the new version of you is depending on how they show up. Because the old version of you could possibly cut them off at the knees and tell them, you know, thanks for the apology, but you know, I'm moving forward. I'm not going backward. Or it could be that you discover something. Nope, I'm hearing they discover something about you, and they are becoming a new version of themselves. So whether they, you know, I think it's going to be different for each of you because I'm getting both messages. I think that you're going to have to figure out if this is an apology from somebody else or somebody returning, trying to get back in your good graces. You're going to have to look at, honestly, the old version of them and the new version of them and reconcile if they mean it. Because I'm hearing the version of you they get will be the version of you that they, depends on the version of them that they bring. This is a bit of a scattered message because I feel like a lot of people pick pile number 2. And so it's more collective than pile number 1 was. All right. So I don't think you need to shed everything. I think there are aspects of yourselves that you are shedding. And maybe if this is about somebody else returning to you, this is because they learned something about themselves in their past, and they are now upgrading. They are the ones that are actually renewed and maybe want to tell you about it. All right, your advice, ghosts of the past. Again, somebody in this reading, one of you is going to resonate with you or with this, possibly more than one of you. This could be somebody with the Hermit that ghosted you, that you haven't heard from. Somebody who has gone into the cave, who has had some kind of an awakening, some kind of realization, and they might be coming back around, not completely changed, but on the journey, on a new journey of change. It's like the old version of them is still there, but the new version is also there, and they might be coming back for seeking another chance or another shot or forgiveness. Like I said, forgiveness. If they ghosted you, if you ghosted someone else, if you blocked somebody, if you treated somebody a certain way because you thought they deserved it, and then you sat with that decision, or you heard something or saw something and you realize now that maybe you treated them unfairly or you weren't justified and they were more deserving than what you treated them. You know, if you just cut out and totally ghosted them, then you'll know, because your soul is pushing you to change, to upgrade, and possibly offer that apology if it's necessary. All right, we're going to get you your advice. This deck, although it's not new to me, because I got it, gosh, last year, I think. I haven't worked with it, and I just unpacked some of my cards and found it and thought, oh, I'm going to work with that today. So I'm going to read from the book. So your advice from Spirit is sacred medicine, calling. This is probably that light worker energy. So calling, the call to step into your role as a healer, visionary, and seer in this world is becoming louder and more insistent. You have inherited ancestral gifts, lived a lifetime of teachings, and received wisdom from many guides. You're currently walking through a fire of initiation to shake up self-doubt and fear and visibility. It is no small feat to share the fullness of who you are with the world, and the time has come to do so. If you choose not to listen, the call will only increase in volume. If it has never felt safe for you to share your sacred medicine with the world, be kind to yourself. It can take a lot of courage and love to open up about vulnerable feelings. You're invited to hold compassion of fear or insecurity, or you are invited to hold compassion for fear or insecurity. Please know that this is a normal part of expansion, and the only way to hone your craft is with practice. This card is here to show you that you are a medicine keeper, and the ways you can share with the world are abundant. Your gifts are meant to be put into action in tangible ways now. All you need to do is to show up authentically and know that your presence is so much more than enough. So again, I'm getting the message. I told you it's a collective message. I'm getting a lot, like different things for different people. The biggest message here for everybody that I'm feeling, even the ones that somebody could come back around and apologize. The biggest message here is that ghosting, you know, this is fears of the past. This is, you know, everything that I didn't face. The parts of me that I abandoned. The gifts that I hid or overgave. The spiritual advice for you is that you are deserving, and balance is something that you have been creating within, and it's something that's going to show up externally. And so if you've been rebalancing, recalibrating, going within, looking at your gunk, looking at your trauma, looking at your behaviors, looking at your patterns, uncovering spiritual gifts, spiritual knowledge, spiritual, because with the hybrid, I'm feeling like there could be some hybrids in this reading of off-world souls, entities that chose to incarnate here as a human in order to clear karmic cycles in family lineages and to be the way showers for the future. And so you are bringing in hybridization, right? We are taking what is old and making it new again. And so, yeah, I think the biggest message here is that regardless of whether or not somebody else owes you an apology, or you owe yourself an apology, or someone else an apology, I think that as within, so without. So you've been doing the work. You've been doing the work. And because you've been doing the work, it may actually manifest in a physical rebalancing and recalibrating in a situation that's been out of balance for a long time. All right, so pile number 2, that is your reading. Sorry it was a little scattered, but I do feel like that it was probably the one pile where there was mostly picked. If you guys feel like dropping a comment down below and tell me what pile you picked, that would help me to understand better whether or not that's the reason I felt so many messages or not. And it helps the algorithm pick up my video. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new here. All right. Moving on to pile number 3. What is shifting and changing for you in the year of the fire horse and with this major annular solar eclipse and Saturn moving into Aries and the 0 degree, and then we've got the great convergence. So much going on, guys. What is shifting and changing for you, my pile number 3s? Oh, I got my cards upside down. We have the 2 of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Chariot. Oh, well, we're moving on up to the east side. For some of you, this is literally chasing your dreams, like literally, like getting in the car or the van or the truck or the RV or the camper or whatever and traveling, seeing the world. This person here is looking at the globe with anticipation of journeying the Chariot. And aces are new beginnings, and this guy is actually holding the Ace of Wands. So pile number 3s, the old, remember, everything was once new. Everything was once an ace. And you've built something, you've done something, you've been somewhere, you've achieved something, or you chased something that maybe you didn't achieve. It doesn't matter. But the old ace that you held on to, that was fixed energy, you are now renewing in new vision, new choices. You're at a crossroads in your life. Now with the Ace of Cups, the ace is a new beginning. It could be romantic. It could be in relationships. It could be pursuing your highest and best life, or your highest and best job, or your highest and best relationship. It's going to be different for everybody, but I'm seeing 2 aces and 2 movement cards. Somebody facing a crossroads at a new beginning that is very emotionally fulfilling. That's what I'm seeing. What's shifting for you is something that is in alignment emotionally, and there's fire behind it. There's a desire to pursue it, to move toward it, to move away from something to move towards something else. You're at a crossroads, you know. What do we do at a crossroad? We look at our options. And this guy is looking at his options, and he's literally wanting, desiring to travel, to change direction, to move in a new direction. And it's going to be a very emotionally fulfilling direction. And the other cards will let me know more about whether or not this Ace of Cups has to do with romance, or maybe just whatever you love, what makes you happy, what fills your cup, what makes you feel excited and renewed, and what are you pursuing, what are you chasing, not chasing, what are you driven toward, what are you, what is calling to you, to beckoning to you to move toward it. That's what's shifting for you. Fast moving energy, by the way. 3s, you guys are going to be a little easier, I feel, than 1 and 2 were. We have wish granted. The outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it is what you need. Wish granted. So sometimes rejection is God's greatest protection. So if there was something that you worked on, something you dreamed of, something you desired, something that you thought was going to prosper and grow, or maybe just be long-term, if it didn't work out for you, Spirit wants you to know that your wish, whatever your wish is, and you know what that is, it's being granted. But sometimes it may not be the way you imagined it. It might be like for instance, let's say you were madly in love with somebody, and it just didn't work out. They went their way, you went your way, or maybe it did work out. Maybe you married them, maybe you build a life with them, maybe you build a home and a family, and your biggest wish was for it to last forever. And all of a sudden your spouse or your person breaks up with you, or circumstances just become so unlivable that you have to change and shift your direction. You might originally feel like it was rejection, right? Like failure. But Spirit's reminding you that no, we're actually granting your wish. What you want, you're going to receive, you're going to have, you're going to build, you're going to experience, you're going to achieve, but it may not be where you thought it was going to be, or with who you thought it was going to be, or in the way that you thought it was going to be. It feels like you're going to get your wish fulfilled quickly, but it may show up differently than you thought or expected. And if it was a wish that you gave up on and moved away from, it might actually come in and find you. After you gave up on it. Things that make you go, All right. Your next card. Commitment. See, I don't know why I mentioned the freaking marriage thing, but I guess we're going to go there. With the Ace of Cups and with commitment, this is a contract, but this guy looks happy, he's smiling. This could be a new job. This could be signing the contract, buying the home, moving from where you are across country. Maybe you were trying to buy a home, and the home that you originally wanted, you lost the bid and you were not given what you originally wanted. But if that's the case, something much better is coming. And again, because I'm looking at this picture, this man also, both of these guys have their backs turned and they're looking forward. And this guy's got a suitcase. And I've talked about travel and movement, right? This could be a new job where you have to relocate. Or it could just be the next phase of your life, you know? Like maybe you're retiring and you want to travel. If it is romance, and if it's not you doing the moving, this is somebody else who is at a crossroads, who is moving towards you, ready to commit. I don't know, because I'm getting this energy of out with the old, in with the new, out with the old, in with the new. So if there was something that didn't work out, it was for the best. It was because something much better is going to come in and actually sign the contract, seal the deal. Change. Oh, of course. It's the new year, the year of the fire horse. This is like chariot energy. I am there is change, swift change, by the way, happening for pile number 3s. Swift change. And it comes with a wish granted. It comes with renewal. It comes with a change in direction, for sure. A change in direction. And a commitment. There's going to be some kind of a commitment made to you or a commitment made by you that is going to create movement and change. And a lot of emotional fulfillment. What is it that... Okay, so the question I asked is, today is the last day. And I will get this video posted today. Today is Monday, the 16th? Yeah, because tomorrow's the 17th. Anyhow, you will get this in time for you to ask these questions of yourself. Is this... because the snake has to leave the old skin behind, right? They have to wiggle free of the old version of themselves in order to step into a new version of themselves. All right, it's about shedding and renewal. What haven't you shed that you need to, or what have you? You will know. This is not for me to discern for you. I'm going to read the energy and you discern whether or not you still need to do it or if you've already accomplished it. Haha, the chill pill. Calm. Peace. I'm hearing calm before the storm. Okay, so listen. You need to gather your energy. You need to replenish your energy. Drink water, get good sleep, take time for rest and relaxation. because your life is about to change drastically. A wish is about to be granted, and things are going to start moving very quickly for you. And so if you've been standing here waiting for something to shift and change, it's going to change very quickly. And Spirit's saying, this time was not wasted. Like, I've been feeling a little stuck. Like, oh my God, like I just want to get it done. I want to get it going. I want to step into the new me. I want to step into the new energy. I want to step into the new world. And I'm like, where, how, when? You know, it's like I'm doing as much as I know how to do, and nothing is shifting, nothing is changing. If you've been feeling that way, Spirit's telling you this time has not been wasted. It was so that you could regather your energy. It was so that you could replenish your energy, because big, big, big energy here. Oh, here comes my kid. Please be quiet. I'm in the middle of recording.
You will stop.
Oh, yes, give me 10 minutes.
Then can we go to somewhere?
We'll see. 10 minutes.
Take your shoes off.
Demarian, yes, you got mud. Please take your shoes off. Sorry, guys. My kids were gone. Now, well, my kid and his buddy were gone. Now they're back. All right. Again, this if you're resonating with that message, that things you felt a little anxious, like, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? How's it going to happen? What's it going to look like? Where am I going? Where's this taking me? Spirit's telling you, big change is coming. Your wish is being granted. It may not show up the way you thought it was, but it's definitely emotionally fulfilling. It's an ace in the heart, right? And the heart holds many desires, not just romance. And then you have to be ready to commit. You have to be ready to roll, is what I'm hearing. Ready to roll when the chariot arrives. When the bus shows up, you better be packed and ready. All right. We have ideation. This is beautiful. Fire energy. This is about having an idea, getting the download. This is about, having the aha moment. It's an idea that comes to fruition. It's like, oh, this is what I want to do, or this is where I want to go, or this is where I'm going to put my money. This is what I'm going to buy. This is beautiful. It's like it does feel like the calm before the storm. It's like there was an incubation period where something had to be given the space and time and peace. I feel like peace to actually sprout and become realized, recognized, seen, idealized, ideation. And an idea comes to fruition, right? This could go so many ways for so many different people, but it literally could be that innovative idea that you had to create and patent something and you were turned down, or the book you wrote that you couldn't find a publisher for, or the apartment you were looking for and couldn't find. This is it coming into fruition. This is the change coming. If it is romantic, it's commitment. It's something fresh and new and aligned. I'm hearing aligned. And much better, calmer, more in alignment. I just keep hearing aligned. And your advice is sweetgrass braid, receptivity. This deck I got quite a while ago. I believe it was a gift from a viewer. I might have even done a review on it. I don't remember, but I haven't worked with it. I just unpacked it and thought I'd use it. And so I'm going to read from the book because I haven't worked with it. I don't know the energy yet. So sweetgrass braid, receptivity. Mother Earth's hair comes forward to bring blessings of abundance, joy, and love. This sacred plant has traditionally been used in sacred ceremonies to call on good spirits. It is also commonly used for beautiful crafts, decorative baskets that release its well-known vanilla scent. It is here to bless your path and help you to receive a millionfold for all the beauty you have put out into the world. Reciprocity, the practice of giving and receiving, is a very important part of walking in balance. And at this time, you're being called into the receiving aspect of this teaching. There have been moments where you have been given generously. No, there have been moments where you have given generously, and this gift of abundance is well deserved. There is nothing else you need to offer at this time. Sink into receptivity and allow all that is meant for you to come flowing like a never-ending waterfall. Sweet grass brings us back to love, kindness, honesty, aligning. I told you I kept hearing aligning. Aligning us to walk a life of integrity. Only you can know how to best walk through this life. And the spirit of this medicine affirms that you do indeed walk from your heart. Showing up intentionally is what is being called of you now. Keep going. The world needs the blessings of your gracious presence. Yeah, you're moving into something. And it's something you deserve. It's something that it's almost like a soul contract. Something that the universe is going to commit to. They're like, listen, you did the work. We saw you do the work. We saw you. We've been watching. Your wish is about to be granted, and change is going to happen quickly. And what you've been dreaming of, what you've been daydreaming of, is about to be given to you. And there might be a contract involved, metaphysically, metaphorically, or literally. So the sacred ceremony is a medicine person hands you a braid of sweet grass, and as you take it into your hands, you feel a warm tingling. This activates your ability to receive more deeply. As you bring it to your nose, you breathe in its beautiful scent. The braid of medicine glows in your hand, and as you take it into your body, mind, and spirit, it is sure to invite more goodness into your life. Sweet grass is good medicine, and so are you. Your healing affirmation: I am ready to receive my wish granted. Abundance is coming my way. I love you guys. I love all of you. This has been a very beautiful, beautiful reading, and I see great things coming for everybody. So thank you for tuning in. Again, if you're new here, please hit the like and subscribe. Come on back. I only upload about once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, but that's because I'm in the research and development phase of expanding my outreach into the world through other platforms. And so I'm not just creating here now, I'm actually creating on TikTok, I'm creating on Instagram and on Facebook, and also here on YouTube. So be patient with me while I pull it all together. I love you guys. I can't wait for tomorrow. I'm hoping all 3 of these piles are my piles. Namaste.